Okay, we're in section 13 of the notes. And I just want to go through that stage. I want to remind you last time, and again, if you're not paying attention, that's fine too. It's not required. But remember last time we went to the Sage website and they were trying to, sell me access to the CoCalc at $3 a month, which I'm not saying it's bad to pay them $3 a month, but you don't have to. And you continue to use the software. They'll just slow down. So what I do last time, I said, well, gee whiz, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I want to install the software on my computer. I don't think that many students are at that level yet, but you'll get there eventually. All right. I just want to go through this thing. And what I want to do is I want to open up Sage on my computer. No, they're not going to ask me for money. And I'm going to say I have Sage open. And I'm going to type in the commands. Reset. Return, not shift return. X is a variable. And you've seen me do this a dozen times at least. And I'm going to solve. And someone says, oh, you're tired. Could you just copy paste? Yeah, I'll do it. And I'll just talk through this as well when I'm doing a copy paste. This is an equation. And the equation is x plus 2 times x minus 3. That double equal sign says it's equal to 14. And then the comma x is solve for x. And what do I get? When I do that, it's going to tell me the answer is 5 or minus 4. I'm going to go back over the notes. And I want to point out that is probably one of the problems that I did or you did. All right. I'm going to look at it. And I'm kind of scrolling back, right? And we do this. Hopefully you've worked through all this material. If not, though, you want to get to that stage where you're working through the material. All right. Now, the point of doing this is to learn how to solve an equation using Sage. We are at the level, though, where we're not using Sage to solve problems. We're just playing with Sage to see if Sage gets the same answer. Well, this is the very first problem that we did. The only difference is they've got a y, I've got an x, and what are the answers going to be? 5 or minus 4, right? I'm going to scroll through the notes, and I'm going to look at a more difficult problem. I look at problem number 9, and I'm going to see, could I do number 9 with what I've learned? And I think so. I'm going to say b is a variable. Again, I'm trying to learn by having prior experience. I did that. Now I want to, solve. What do I want to solve? B squared. I'm just copying. Plus 8 star B. 8B is not good. 8 star B is what it is. Minus 15. The double equal sign means it's an equation. And then what is it? 2 star B plus 3 star B minus 5. Oops, and I want to solve it for B. If I type something wrong, it's not going to blow up. What does it say? B is 0 or B is 15. Exactly what did over here. Now, someone says, it did that a lot faster than I could have done it. Maybe. I hope a machine's faster than we are. All right. What the machine's not capable of doing, though, is reasoning at this point. I'd say Sage not capable of reasoning. They do have machines that reason, by the way. But here's the deal. We still need to do these by hand. I can't say it enough times. Do it by hand. So let's go back to the Sage code. Let's see if there's anything new in the Sage code. Again, if you're blindly copy pasting, you're not going to learn by doing that. But let me copy paste. Before I hit the return, I want to put this as it says solve an equation. The equation is 4x squared plus 20x equals 56 for x. It does it. It says the answer is 2 or minus 7. If I do the last one there, by the way, these are problems from the problem set. If I copy paste that in there, hit the return, it solves the equation x squared plus 8x minus 15 is equal to 2x plus 3 times x minus 5, 4x, and it says x is 0 or 15. Okay, it's remarkable. And I want to put remarkable is not that Sage can do something this simple, but Sage can do things far more difficult. And this is the characteristic we're looking for. Not for a machine to do simple things for us, but for a machine to do very difficult problems. How do we get to that level? Make sure you can do things by hand, right? As we've been doing in classroom. Make sure you get familiar with the computer algebra system. Sage is a good example of one. and then try to move forward. All right. What do you mean by moving forward? Getting to the next level, which is moving into the courses where the problems become more interesting and more difficult to solve. Thank you.